Okay. Now, the things to consider when you write those, create those PDF assignment files, okay, is that what you send to me should be, well, it should be clear and concise. Okay. Usually you don't have to write long sentences, but whatever you write should be clear. And this is a skill that I found that people have difficulty with, of being able to write down in words a physical situation that they've experienced and what are the relationship between parameters that are observed. Okay. So you must be clear and concise. You must have correct and good grammar and spelling. Okay. Uh, no run-on sentences. Okay. Correct punctuation. I should be able to read it and understand what it is that you're telling me. Okay. Now, the appropriate use of terms means that, and in this course, an awful lot of this course is you learn what we mean by, say force or whatever parameter is we're dealing with. You've got to understand what those terms are, okay, and be able to use those terms in defining a relationship, okay. You must demonstrate a knowledge of those terms, that you comprehend what they are and how they're related, okay. And if you do any experiment requires collection of data, I'll look at the accuracy of that data, okay. Here's the bottom line. When you take a quiz, when you make these submissions, what you're doing is not only showing that you learned something, that you actually did the work, okay? And so that's what the Dropbox is all about. Did you provide enough evidence to convince me that you made a good attempt, whether you understood it or not? Because I don't expect you to understand everything, but whether you did the work, okay? That's what you need to do, okay? So the thing that you put together and submit through Dropbox, I call that the assignment PDF, okay? In that document, when you submit it to me, all you should show is numbered answers. Don't repeat the question. I don't have to read that again. If this assignment has question number 1, tell me what answer number 1 is. 2, give me the answer. 3, so all I'll see for the most part is a number and an answer, a number and an answer, okay? Only submit the answers to the questions asked. Some activities may have several things that you have to accomplish, that you have to answer within the assignment itself, but I only want answers to certain questions. And sometimes that's just to help me speed up the process of getting a good idea that you really understand what you're doing, okay? Don't constantly send me phrases if the phrases are vague. It's best, if you're not clear as to what you should write, always try to write a complete sentence. Okay. If something says, what is the color of that banana? And you put the word yellow, if the question and answer are well enough related, you might be okay with that. But the best thing to say, the color of the banana is yellow, and write that sentence out. Okay. Don't repeat the question, but write a complete sentence. Okay. So I understand what you're talking about. Okay. Now, in addition to the assignment PDF file, okay, you have the activity PDF file. Those are the PDF files that you download that are going to end up in your notebook or your portfolio. Okay, don't ever send those to me. I want you to send me the assignment PDF file. Okay, and don't write on those sheets until after you say, okay, I understand this activity. I understand what I'm supposed to write on the different lines within the activity sheet that respond to, you're responding to particular questions, okay? And then after you've completed that, write on them neatly and then put those in your notebook. And I'll look at those at the end of the course, okay? So I'll get a good evaluation at the end of the course as to whether you understood those activities when you went through the course, okay? All right, well, that pretty much sums up how you ought to submit things in Dropbox. The last thing that I'll do, and it'll probably require a couple of videos, will be to talk to you about how to put your notebook